Did you know that 1 in 3 couples report running out of things to talk about after just a few years? Shocking, right? Communication is often called the backbone of a relationship, but what happens when the words stop flowing? According to a study by the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, couples who feel stuck in their conversations are more likely to experience dissatisfaction and even breakups. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to be that way. You don't need endless conversations to keep a connection strong. In fact, some of the most powerful moments happen without saying a word. In this video, I'm going to share simple, fun games you can play with your partner when the conversation dries up. These games will help you reignite the spark, deepen your connection, and create new memories without feeling forced. Ready to discover how you can turn silence into something magical? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Silent Connection. Reignite the spark without saying a word. Sometimes, the best conversations happen without saying a word. Studies show that 70 to 93% of communication is nonverbal, meaning a lot can be conveyed through body language, facial expressions, and even silence. A simple smile or a meaningful glance can often say more than a whole conversation. When you feel like words are running dry in your relationship, try focusing on nonverbal cues to keep the connection alive. For example, hold hands while you walk. This simple act can release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which increases trust and connection. Another easy trick is to maintain eye contact during quiet moments, which helps build intimacy. Did you know that eye contact can actually synchronize brain activity between two people? A study published in Science revealed that mutual gaze boosts emotional connection. When words fall short, take a moment to just be together. Whether you're sitting side by side or simply looking at each other, you're reinforcing your bond. It's not always about speaking, but about feeling what the other person is saying. This game of silent connection can turn even the dullest moments into something meaningful. Chapter 2: The 5-Minute Love Challenge. Transform small talk into big moments. Small talk often fills the gaps in relationships, but it can sometimes feel like a conversation dead end. If you find yourself struggling to fill the silence, try the 5-Minute Love Challenge. This game is simple but powerful. Set a timer for 5 minutes and ask each other deep, open-ended questions that go beyond everyday chatter. For example, ask questions like, what's something you've always wanted to learn, and why? Or what's one moment in our relationship that changed how you view love? These questions don't just scratch the surface, they dive straight into meaningful topics. According to a study by the University of Arizona, couples who engage in these deeper conversations report feeling more satisfied in their relationships. The beauty of the 5-Minute Love Challenge is that it creates an intentional space for meaningful conversation. In just 5 minutes, you can discover something new about your partner that you might not have known before. It's a great way to keep the spark alive, even in long-term relationships. This simple game has another benefit too: it fosters active listening. When you know you have only 5 minutes to speak, you're more likely to listen intently, making each word count. If you're looking for something quick yet effective, this challenge is your ticket to keeping the connection fresh. Chapter 3: Unspoken Questions. The game of what ifs. What if questions are a fun way to spark meaningful conversations. These imaginative questions can give you a glimpse into your partner's inner world. They're also an excellent way to share hopes, dreams, and even quirky fantasies you might not usually talk about. In relationships, the more you know about each other's values and desires, the closer you become. Try asking questions like, what if you could live anywhere in the world for a year, where would it be and why? Or what if you could time travel for one day, where would you go? These kinds of questions open the door to a new world of possibilities. A study from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that couples who ask each other open-ended questions experience deeper emotional connections. In fact, these questions can create a shared sense of adventure. Even if your answers are vastly different, the process of imagining together brings a unique sense of unity. What's more, these questions encourage playfulness. They take the pressure off having to talk about serious topics and instead bring joy and creativity into the mix. The beauty of what ifs is that they tap into your partner's imagination. This brings out a side of them you may not see in everyday conversations. It's a reminder that relationships are about exploring the unknown together, whether it's a trip to a new place or diving into a new topic. Before we move on to the next chapter, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss the next game-changing strategies to improve your relationship. Chapter 4, Feelings on Paper, the Love Letter Swap Game in the Digital Age. Writing a letter may seem old-fashioned, but it holds a unique power in relationships. Writing a love letter or heartfelt note allows you to express feelings that are sometimes hard to say out loud. It's a great way to deepen your emotional bond and connect on a more personal level. According to a study from psychological science, couples who express affection through writing are more likely to feel satisfied in their relationship. Try the love letter swap game. In this activity, each partner writes a letter to the other, but without revealing their identity. You can share why you love them, what you admire, or how they've impacted your life. After exchanging letters, you can read them aloud or keep them as a private gift. This simple act of sharing can reveal emotions you may have never expressed before. The power of love letters lies in their ability to show vulnerability. When we write, we think carefully about our words. This allows us to express our love in a way that might be harder in a conversation. A 2021 study from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that sharing heartfelt, positive emotions helps partners feel closer. Interestingly, letters also give us a sense of permanence. Unlike a fleeting conversation, a letter is something tangible that you can hold on to and revisit. This can serve as a reminder of your love, even in tough times. The act of putting pen to paper forces you to slow down and reflect on your partner's value, making it a perfect game to bring your bond to the next level. Chapter 5, The Memory Lane Game. Relive your best moments together. We often take our best moments for granted, but reliving them can reignite the joy and connection in your relationship. The Memory Lane Game is a fun way to revisit special memories with your partner. Instead of just talking about the good times, relive them in a way that feels alive and present. Start by asking each other, what's one moment in our relationship that made you the happiest? Once you've picked a moment, talk about it in as much detail as possible. What did you feel at that moment? What made it so special? This exercise helps both partners reconnect with their love story, refreshing the bond that brought them together. Research by Dr. John Gottman, a leading relationship expert, shows that couples who share positive memories regularly are happier and more likely to stay together. It's not just about remembering the good times, it's about reinforcing the emotional connection that comes with them. The key to this game is to not only reminisce but also recreate aspects of those moments. Maybe it's revisiting the place where you had your first date or recreating a favorite meal you enjoyed together. Recreating these memories keeps the relationship feeling fresh and exciting. A study from the Journal of Positive Psychology found that reliving happy experiences boosts our mood and helps foster emotional stability. The Memory Lane Game strengthens the emotional foundation of your relationship. It reminds you both of why you fell in love in the first place. Plus, it's a great way to remind each other of your shared history and fun you've had together. Chapter 6, The Gratitude Game. Cultivating joy and love. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools for nurturing a happy relationship. According to research published in the Journal of Marriage and Family, couples who express gratitude towards each other are more satisfied in their relationships. It's a simple concept. When we feel appreciated, we're more likely to reciprocate those feelings, leading to a cycle of positivity. In the gratitude game, each partner shares something specific they're grateful for about the other. For example, you could say, "I'm grateful for the way you listen to me when I'm upset," or "I appreciate the way you always know how to make me laugh." This game not only boosts happiness, but it also increases feelings of intimacy and affection. One of the most interesting aspects of gratitude is its ability to change our mindset. Instead of focusing on what's wrong or what's missing, we focus on what's right. Studies show that practicing gratitude regularly can improve overall well-being, reduce stress, and even improve sleep quality. So, when you share what you appreciate about your partner, you're benefiting both your relationship and your health. The beauty of the gratitude game is that it can be played daily. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, just a simple thank you or an acknowledgement of something small, like making dinner or being supportive during a tough day. Over time, this practice builds a culture of appreciation in your relationship, which helps keep things positive, even when challenges arise. Interestingly, gratitude can also help us navigate conflict more effectively. A study published in Personal Relationships found that couples who express gratitude are better equipped to handle disagreements and come to solutions more quickly. By focusing on the positives, even during disagreements, you strengthen the foundation of trust and respect in your relationship. And before we wrap things up, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and strategies on keeping your relationship happy and healthy.